Hello guys! So live tayo ngayon. Ang topic natin is for differential equations all about homogeneous differential equations with constant coefficients part 3. So kung hindi nyo pa napapanood nating concepts, okay, sa parts 1 and 2, tsaka nakapag-solve na rin tayo ng case 1. The auxiliary equation has distinct and real roots. Ito yung dinascuss ko sa part 1. We also have the case 2. The auxiliary equation has repeated real roots. Ito yung diniscuss ko sa part 2. Tapos ngayon, dito sa part 3, i-discuss naman natin yung case 3. Yung auxiliary equation has imaginary roots. Okay? So, tuloy lang natin yung pagsosolve ng problem. So, ito yung mga nasolve na nating problem sa parts 1 and 2. Umabot tayo sa problem number. Check natin yung last number. Okay, 19. Sige, tuloy lang natin yung numbering. Let's have problem 20. So, ang instruction pa rin natin is find the general solution of the following differential equation. For number 20, we have d squared minus 2d plus 5, y is equal to 0. So, di ba, as discussed sa parts 1 and 2, yung homogeneous DE natin takes the form f of d y equals 0, where f of d is yung function of the differential operator. In the problem, it's d squared minus 2d plus 5. Okay, ano ba yung differential operator? Review lang natin ulit. Kapag meron tayong differential operator d raised to the nth power, tapos dinikit nyo kay y or any dependent variable, it means hahanapin yan yung nth derivative ng y with respect to any independent variable, let's say x. So dito the nth y is equal to nth derivative of x with nth derivative of y with respect to x. For example, ang specific n natin is 2. So pag din-squared y nyo yan, it means second derivative ng y with respect to x. Also kapag d cube y, it means third derivative of y with respect to x. And so on. Okay? So, kapag in-identify nga natin si f of d, ito siya yung d squared minus 2d plus 5. Tapos, anong gagawin natin next? So, same lang din sa naturo ko sa parts 1 and 2. Kukuhain natin yung auxiliary equation. Or AE na lang for short. So, that's always f of m is equal to 0. So, evaluate lang natin yung f of d sa m, meaning papalitan natin yung mga capital D, differential operator ng m. So, magiging m squared minus 2m plus 5 is equal to 0. Tapos, kukuhain natin yung roots nitong auxiliary equation. So, quadratic equation, right? So, hindi ito factorable. So, kung hindi factorable, pwede kayong gumamit ng computing the square or quadratic formula. Okay, sige, mag-quadratic formula na lang tayo para ma-review. By quadratic formula, ano yung quadratic formula? M is equal to negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, kung given tayo ng quadratic equation of the form am squared plus bm plus c is equal to 0, tapos ito yung given nating quadratic equation, identify natin yung ABC. Okay, so si A, siya yung coefficient ni m squared, which is, sa given is yung invisible coefficient na 1 lang, right? So, A is 1. B is yung coefficient ng m term, which is negative 2. And then the C is the constant, which is positive 5. Okay? Yan. So, para ma-solve natin yung roots, substitute natin dito sa quadratic formula, m is negative b. So, negative of b, which is negative 2, plus minus the square root ng b squared, so negative 2 squared, minus 4a. A natin is 1, c, 5, then over 2a, which is 111. Yan. So, simplify lang natin. M is negative of negative 2, positive 2 na yan, plus minus the square root of negative 2 squared, 4, minus 4 times 1 times 5, 20, over 2 times 1, 2. So, M is 2 plus minus the square root of 4 minus 20, negative 16, divided by 2. So, what do you notice? Yung square root natin, ang radicand or yung constant value niya sa loob ay negative. Ibig sabihin, magkakaroon tayo ng complex number or imaginary number yan, di ba? Recall na yung I is equal to the square root ng negative 1. Okay? So, kapag finactor natin yung negative 16 as 16 times negative 1, tapos over 2, pwede nating paghiwalayin itong 16 and negative 1 sa square root. Pwedeng gawing square root of 16 times square root of negative 1 divided by 2. And by definition nga, so simplify natin square root of 16, 4. By definition, negative 1 is, square root ng negative 1 is I. So magkakaroon tayo ng imaginary number I. Kaya nga yung case 3 natin is the roots of auxiliary equation has imaginary roots or complex conjugate of each other na roots. Okay? Tapos, pwede nyo pa tong i-divide each term on the numerator by 2. So, 2 divided by 2, 1, plus minus 4i divided by 2, 2i. So, ito yung roots natin. So, in pair agad yan. Complex conjugate of each other. So, kapag in-split natin, pwede yung M1, first root is 1 plus, kaya nyo muna yung plus, 2i, and then yung M2 is 1, then yung minus naman, 2i. So, automatic, dalawa agad yung roots natin na complex conjugate of each other. Pag sinabing conjugate, isang positive, isang negative. Okay? So, dahil second order nga tayo, 'di ba kasi kanina yung highest derivative or highest exponent ng differential operator is 2. Second order tayo, kaya meron din tayong dalawang roots sa auxiliary equation. So kaya kapag sinolve natin or hinanap natin yung general solution or in short GS, so at paano isulat yon? Yung dependent variable y is equal sa dalawang arbitrary constants tayo. Kasi dalawang dalawang roots and second order tayo. Pero paano natin isusulat? Kapag case 3 na tayo, ang gagawin natin, 'di ba? Kapag case 3 ang roots natin takes the form a plus minus bi. Complex conjugate of each other, right? So yung a is the real part, b is the imaginary. Okay? Ngayon, sa given natin, 'di ba yung m natin na nakuha is 1 plus minus 2i. 1 plus minus 2i. So ano si a? Si a is yung real part, which is 1. Si b is yung coefficient ng i, excuse me, sorry, which is 2. Ayan. So, pag na-identify natin yung A tsaka B, ganito yung itsura ng general solution for case 3. So, lalagyan nyo yung isa ng cosine, yung C1, cosine BX, tapos yung isang constant na C2, lalagyan nyo ng sine BX, pag-a-adding nyo, and then times the quantity e to the AX. So, ganito yung form ng general solution kapag case 3. Or pwede nyong i-distribute si e to the AX, bale, y is equal to C1, e to the AX, cosine BX, plus C2, e to the AX, sine BX. So, pag sinubstitute natin, C1 e to the AX, A is 1, right? So, 1x Then cosine B, which is 2. So 2x plus C2 e to the A uli, 1x sin BX 2x. Or kapag yung coefficient nyo lang ng x is 1, kahit x nyo na lang siyang isusulat, right? C1 e to the x na lang, cosine 2x plus C2 e to the x sin 2x. Or gusto nyo nga yung naka-factor itong e to the ax, which is the e to the x, pwede rin siyang C1 cosine 2x plus C2 sin 2x times e to the x. So, ito yung general solution. Okay? By the way, pwede nyo i-check sa Calcu kung ayaw nyo magmano-manong compute ng quadratic, ng roots using quadratic formula. Gamit lang kayo ng Calcu. Punta tayo sa mode 5, 3, quadratic equation. So, check natin kung tama yung ano natin. So, input nyo lang yung coefficients, ha. So, yung A1, okay, A1 equals yung B, negative 2, equals yung C, 5, equals. Okay? Then, press equal. Yan. So, yung unang root, diba, 1 plus 2i. Okay, 1 plus 2i. Then, press equal uli. Yung second root is 1 minus 2i. So, kung tinatamad kayong mag-quadratic formula, kung hindi naman required sa solutions nyo, pwede nyong i-check na lang direkta yung roots using calculator. Gets? Sige. Problem number 21 naman. Okay, for problem number 21, okay, what if the given is d squared y over dx squared minus 2 dy over dx plus 2y equals 0. Okay, so paano kapag hindi pa naka-differential operator form? Naka-Leibniz notation, no? So, gagawin nyo lang, di ba, by definition, kapag naka-second derivative tayo with respect to x sa y, that's d squared. Capital D squared. Differential operator raised to the second. Tapos, tabihan nyo ng y. Minus 2, kapag first derivative, that's d differential operator raised to the first lang. Or simply d na lang. Then, tabihan nyo ng y. Then, plus 2y. Copy. Tapos, i-factor out nyo dito si y. D squared minus 2d plus 2 times y equals 0. So, ayan, naging f of dy equals 0 form na siya. So, ano si f of d? Si f of d is yung function of differential operator na nakatabi kay y. Etong d squared minus 2d plus 2. So, same step. So, hanapin yung auxiliary equation or AE. That's always f of m is equal to 0. Then, evaluate yung f of d kay m. Palitan yung mga capital D ng small m, magiging m squared minus 2m plus 2 is 0. So, hindi uli ito factorable. Okay, gamit kayo ng quadratic formula. So, by quadratic formula, m is negative b plus minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Ano si a? Yung coefficient ng m squared, yung invisible 1. Ano si b? Yung coefficient ng m, which is negative 2. And ano si c? Yung constant 2. So, plug in. M is negative of b, which is negative 2, plus minus the square root of b, which is negative 2 squared, minus 4a1 times c2. Okay, divided by 2 times a, which is 1. So, m is negative of negative 2, positive 2, plus minus the square root of negative 2 quantity squared, positive 4, minus 4 times 1 times 2, 8, over 2 times 1, 2. So, m is 2 plus minus the square root of 4 minus 8, negative 4, divided by 2. So, magkakaroon ulit tayo ng imaginary roots kasi negative 4 yung nasa loob ng square root. So, pwedeng 2 plus minus, paghiwalay nyo, gawin yung 4 times negative 1. Okay? So, bale, m is 2 plus minus square root ng 4, 2, and then square root ng negative 1, I, over 2. So, m is, divide nyo na lang, 2 divided by 2, 1, plus minus 2i divided by 2, i na lang. So, ito yung roots natin. M is 1 plus minus i. So, ano si a? So, di ba yung a natin sa form ng complex number, siya yung real part. So, given the root m is equal to a plus minus bi, a is the real part which is 1. B is the coefficient ng imaginary part, yung invisible coefficient na 1 para sa coefficient ni I, right? 1. So, paano ngayon isulat yung general solution? Y is C1 e to the AX cosine BX plus C2 e to the AX sine BX. So, substitute natin, Y is C1 e to the A, 1 ulit, cosine B, 1, x plus C2 e to the A, 1, x, sin B, 1x. Or kapag mga 1 lang nga yung coefficient, kahit wag yun nang isulat, gawin na lang natin y is equal to C1 e to the x cosine x plus C2 e to the x sin x na lang. Or kung gusto nyo, naka-factor out si e to the x, pwedeng y is C1 cosine x plus C2 sin x e to the x. Okay? That's the general solution. Okay. Problem number 20, ano na yan? 21? Sige. Problem number 22. Okay, for problem number 22, what if y double prime plus 9y is equal to 0. Okay, so this time, naka-prime yung notation natin for the derivative. Pero alam naman natin na kapag y double prime, that's second derivative, di ba? Y triple prime, third derivative, and so on. So, convert natin to differential operator form. Ibig sabihin ng y double prime, that's d squared, right? Y plus 9y equals 0. So, factor nyo yung y, bale d squared plus 9 times y equals 0. So, naka f of d, y form na siya. So, ano yung f of d natin? Yung d squared plus 9. So, next step, hanapin yung auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation natin is f of m equals 0. So, palitan natin yung mga capital D ng m sa f of d. So, magiging ano to? M squared plus 9 is 0. Then, solve for the roots. Ito, kahit wag na tayong mag-quadratic formula, kasi pwede naman natin tong ma-solve by transposing na lang itong positive 9 sa kanan. Okay? So, bali magiging m squared is equal to negative 9. Diba? Tapos, get the square root of both sides. So, pag nag-square root tayo both sides, magkakaroon ng dalawang roots yan. So, isang positive, isang negative. Diba? So, kapag in-square root mo yung m squared, m na lang yun. And then, we have plus minus the square root of negative 9. Diba magiging square root ng 9 times negative 1. So, m is plus minus square root ng 9, 3, and square root ng negative 1, I. So, ang root natin is plus minus 3i. So, wala tayong real part. Diba ang complex conjugate roots of each other takes the form a plus minus bi. So, kapag wala kang real part, lagyan mo lang ng placeholder na 0. So, 0 plus minus 3i. So, same lang yan dito. Para maset natin na value ng a, yung real part is 0, and yung value ng b is yung coefficient ng I, 3. Okay, tapos yung pinaka-general solution na tayo, di ba, y is equal to c1. So, same na lang ulit. c1 e to the ax cosine bx plus c2 e to the ax sine bx. So, substitute. Y is c1 e to the a, 0. X cosine b, 3. X plus c2 e to the a, 0. X sine b, 3x. Pero kasi itong e to the 0x, 1 lang yan, right? E to the 0 is 1. So, bale y is equal to c1 na lang kasi c1 times 1 is c1 pa rin, times cosine 3x plus c2 times 1, so c2 na lang din, sine 3x. Okay? So, this is the general solution. Gets? Okay, sige. Next, problem number 23. Sige, problem number 23. What if ang ating given ay d squared minus 4d plus 7y equals 0? Ayan, naka-differential operator na siya agad. Identify natin si f of d. Ito yung function of d na nakatabi kay y, d squared minus 4d plus 7. Hanapin ng auxiliary equation. That's f of m is equal to 0. And then, palitan natin yung mga capital D ng m, magiging m squared minus 4m plus 7 equals 0. Tapos, solve natin yung roots. Hindi naman ito factorable. Gamit ulit tayong quadratic formula. So, ano si A? Yung coefficient ng m squared 1. Ano si B? Coefficient ng m negative 4. Ano si C? Yung constant 7. M is quadratic formula negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, negative b, negative 4, plus minus the square root of b, negative 4, squared, minus 4a, 1, times c, 7, divided by 2a times, so 2 times a, 1. So, simplify. Negative of negative 4, positive 4, plus minus the square root of negative 4 squared, 16, minus 4 times 1 times 7, 28, divided by 2 times 1, 2. So, 4 plus minus square root. Aning 16 minus 28? Negative 12, divided by 2. Tapos, isimplify natin. So, 4 plus minus, yung negative 1 is set aside nyo na. Pero itong 12 kasi pwede siyang i-factor as 4 times 3. Right? Para ma-extract yung perfect square root. So, bale, 4 plus minus, square root ng 4, lalabas siya. Perfect square. 2. May iwan si 3. Kasi hindi siya perfect square. Nasa loob pa rin siya ng square root. Tapos itong square root ng negative 1 ay yan, di ba? Divided by, sorry, nakalimutan kong lagyan ng over 2. Over 2, yan. Tapos divide na lang natin, 4 divided by 2. 2 plus minus 2 square root of 3i divided by 2. So cancel yung 2, square root of 3i na lang. So ang complex conjugate roots natin is 2 plus minus the square root of 3i. Okay, bale, ang a natin, di ba, ang root natin is a plus bi form. So, yung a is the real part, which is 2. B is the coefficient ng I, square root of 3. Okay. Sige, check natin sa Calcu kung tama Pwede naman kayong dumirekta sa Calcu kung tinatamad na kayong mag-quadratic formula. Mode 5, 3. So, input nyo lang yung coefficients, di ba? So, we have A is 1, B is negative 4, tapos C is 7. Yan. Tapos, press equal. Ayun. Yung isang root is 2 plus square root of 3i, the other is 2 minus square root of 3i. So, tama. Okay? So, susulat na natin yung general solution. Meron na tayong A tsaka B. Ang general solution or GS niya for short is y equals to c1 e to the ax cosine bx plus c2 e to the ax sine bx. So substitute, y is equal to c1 e to the a. Ano si a? 2x cosine b square root of 3x plus c2 e to the a, 2x sine b square root of 3x. Or kung gusto nyo naka-factor si e to the 2x, pwede ring y is equal to c1 cosine square root of 3x plus c2 sine square root of 3x times the quantity e to the 2x. Okay, gets? Okay, next. Sige, problem number, 23. Next, let's have problem 24. Okay, for problem 24, d cubed plus 7d square plus 19d plus 13 y is equal to 0. Okay. Ano yung f of d natin? So this time, nasa third order na tayo. So what can we expect? Tatlong roots sa auxiliary equation. Tapos, yung general solution, may tatlong arbitrary constants. So, bale, yung f of d is yung function of differential operator na nakatabi kay y. Ito, yung d cubed plus 7d square plus 19d plus 13. Tapos, kuhain yung auxiliary equation, diba? F of m is equal to 0 lang lagi yon. So, palitan nyo yung mga d ng small m, magiging m cubed plus 7m squared plus 19m plus 13, mukhang d, plus 13 equals 0. So, saka natin hanapin yung roots. Kaso, mahirap itong i-factor. Diba? Kapag mahirap i-factor, kasi hindi na siya quadratic Okay, cubic na siya. Wala ka namang mapa-factor na common monomial para ma-reduce to quadratic, di ba? Magra-rational roots theorem tayo. So, by rational roots theorem. Ito, na-discuss na to sa grade 10. Re-recall lang natin, RRT for short. And discuss ko naman na to sa parts 1 and 2. Re-recall lang uli natin kasi kailangan natin gamitin uli ngayon. By rational roots theorem, pwede nating mahanap yung possible roots nitong polynomial equation using the ratio P over Q. Okay, possible roots. P over Q. Pero ano ba si P? Si P siya yung factors of constant term sa polynomial equation. Tapos si Q is the coefficient or factors ng coefficient of the leading term. Okay? So pag in-identify natin yung factors ng constant term, siya si P. Ano ba si P? Yung constant term. Yung factors ng constant term. So, ano yung constant term sa polynomial equation? Di ba si 13? Okay. So, hanapin nyo yung factors ng 13. Di ba 1 and plus minus 1 and plus minus 13. Kasi prime number si 13, di ba? So, factors lang niya is 1 in itself. So, lagyan nyo ng plus minus kasi pwede nyong i-pair yung positive pareho. Halimbawa, positive 1 times positive 13, positive 13. Negative 1 times negative 13, positive 13 pa rin. Tapos si Q. Ano naman si Q? Sabi, the factors of coefficient of the leading term. Pag sinabing leading term, siya yung term sa polynomial equation na may highest degree or exponent. Diba si m cube? Kasi cubic polynomial tayo. Anong coefficient niya? Invisible 1. So, hahanapin nyo ngayon yung factors ng 1. Plus minus 1 lang. Diba? Kasi positive 1 times positive 1, 1. Negative 1 times negative 1, 1. So, pag na-identify nyo yung P and Q, pwede nyo nang mahanap yung possible roots or PR. P over Q. Okay? So, kapag yung Q natin is plus minus 1, kasi ang gagawin nyo, isa-isahin nyo itong P, i-divide nyo by Q, automatic yan, kung ang Q natin is plus minus 1, yung P over Q natin is just the same as P. Diba? Kasi di-divide mo lang naman sa 1 yung mga P, same pa rin dun sa P. Kaya automatic P over Q natin is yung P plus minus 1 and plus minus 13. Yan. Tapos, by factor theorem, kasi mga possible roots lang yan, hindi natin alam kung saan yan yung talagang roots. Magta-trial and error tayo. By factor theorem, kapag in-evaluate natin tong polynomial equation sa any possible roots na yan at nag-0, then that's a root. Otherwise, hindi. Pag hindi 0 yung pag-evaluate sa polynomial dito sa possible roots. Sige, gamitan na lang natin ng calcu. Input lang natin to. Bale, yung mga m, gagawin ko siyang x. So, alpha x to the third plus 7 alpha x squared. Okay. Plus 19 alpha x plus 13. Ikakalk lang natin para kayong nag-e-evaluate ng function. Ito yung f of x nyo. I-evaluate nyo, ikakalk nyo, isa-isa dito sa possible root. So, simulan natin sa positive 1. Kalk natin sa 1. Hindi. Okay? So, hindi root si positive 1. Pag hindi root si positive 1, proceed sa negative 1 naman. Calc, negative 1. Ayun, nag-0. Yung target nyo, makakuha ng 0. Yun yung ibig sabihin, root yung in-evaluate natin negative 1 dito sa polynomial. So, kapag nakuha nyo na 0 yung remainder, factor, root na siya. Which is yung, di ba sa negative 1 siya nag-0? So, lalagay nyo dito sa upper right, negative 1, magsisynthetic division naman tayo. Okay? So, kukuhaan nyo lang yung coefficients nitong polynomial equation in decreasing power. So, simulan nyo sa coefficient ni m cubed, 1, coefficient ni m squared, 7, coefficient ni m term, 19, and then constant term, 13. Okay? Yan. Tapos, magsisynthetic division tayo. Yan. So, di ba, bring down nyo lang tong 1. Tapos, 1 times negative 1, negative 1. Then, add 7 plus negative 1, positive 6. Tapos, ulit-ulit, multiply nyo 6 times negative 1, negative 6. 19 plus negative 6, positive 13. 13 times negative 1, negative 13. 13 plus negative 13, 0. Kapag nakuha nyo yung last number na 0, ito yung remainder. Kapag 0 yung remainder, talagang na-prove natin na root nga itong negative 1. Kasi it can be exactly divided without a remainder. So, pwede ngayon nating i-factor out further na ito. So, from the original cubic polynomial equation na to, copy ko, ifa-factor out na natin siya. Once makakuha na kayo ng isang possible roots, di ba si negative 1? So, bale m minus yung possible roots na negative 1. Ganun lagi. Okay, m minus yung possible roots. Substitute nyo lang. Tapos, mamumultiply to by quadratic. So, nag-factor out ka ng linear kasi cubic yung polynomial natin, meron pa siyang quadratic factor. Paano mahanap yung quadratic factor? Dito sa mga coefficients. So, itong 13 yung constant term or m to the 0, tapos 6 yung m to the first, coefficient ng m to the first, 6, tapos yung m squared is 1, coefficient ng m squared. Pag sinulat natin yan, 1 m squared plus 6 m to the first plus 13 m to the 0. Pero kapag 1 lang yung coefficient, so gawin ko na lang tong m negative of negative 1, positive 1. Tapos ito, wag natin isulat yung 1, m squared na lang. Plus 6m to the first, wag nang isulat yung to the first, m na lang. Plus 13m to the 0 kasi is 1, right? So wag na isulat yung 1, 13 na lang. Basta constant m and m squared, okay? Next. So, kung quadratic na tayo, pwede na kayong gumamit ng factoring para ma-factor out ito, or kung hindi man factorable, mag-quadratic formula. Okay? Factorable kaya to? Actually, hindi. So, mag-quadratic formula tayo. So, equate ko na each factor to 0, So, m plus 1 is 0, and then itong m squared plus 6m plus 13 is 0. So, makukuha na agad natin yung root nito. Transpose nyo lang si positive 1 sa kanan, m1 na agad yan, negative 1. So, ito ay case 1. Unique root. Hindi na ulit, isa lang. Okay? Tapos ito, solve pa natin using quadratic formula. So, ano si A? Coefficient ng m squared 1. B, coefficient ng m, which is 6. Ano si C? Constant term 13. So, by using quadratic formula, m is negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, m is negative of b, which is 6, plus minus the square root of b squared, so 6 squared ulit, minus 4a, 1, times c, 13. Divided by 2a, 1. So, m is negative 6 plus minus the square root of 6 square is 36. Okay, minus 4 times 1 times 13. 52. Divided by 2 times 1, 2. So, m is negative 6 plus minus the square root. 36 minus 52 ay negative 16. Tama? Divided by 2. So, m is negative 6 plus minus. So, ito pwede itong square root ng 16 times negative 1. Perfect square naman kasi si 16. So, negative 6 plus minus square root of 16, 4. Square root of negative 1, I over 2. So, m is, divide nyo lang, negative 6 divided by 2, negative 3. Plus minus 4i divided by 2, 2i. So, ang m2 natin is, so kuha nyo yung plus, negative 3 plus 2i. Tapos yung m3, kuha nyo yung minus, negative 3 minus 2i. So, total of 3. m1, m2, m3. Kasi nga, cubic. I mean, third order, di ba? So, tatlo yung roots ng auxiliary equation. So, dito sa m2, m3, ito yung case 3. Apply natin yung case 3. So, sa general solution, paano isulat? Y is C1. So, dito muna sa root na negative 1. So, lalagyan nyo lang, di ba sa case 1 naturo ko to, e to the m1x lang yon pag case 1. Pag case 2, ito apply na natin. So, C1 na gamit na natin. So, C2 na tayo. Di ba ano yan? E to the ax cosine bx plus C3 e to the AX sin BX. So hanggang C3 tayo. Identify natin ngayon dito kasi yung roots natin is m is negative 3 plus minus 2i. So ano si A? If we pattern to m is equal to a plus minus bi, a is negative 3. B is positive 2, right? Yan. So yung ipa-plug in natin ngayon dito. Bale, y is C1 e to the M1. M1 is negative 1. So, negative 1x. Okay. Tapos, plus C2 e to the AX, negative 3x, cosine B, 2x. Plus, sa urong ko to, plus C3 e to the A ulit, negative 3x, sin B, 2x. Or kapag yung coefficient lang ng ating x is negative 1, kahit ano na lang yan, C1 e to the negative x plus, okay, so copy nyo lang to, C2 e to the negative 3x cosine 2x plus C3 e to the negative 3x sin 2x. Or kung gusto nyo naka-factor out dito si e to the negative 3x, pwede rin y is equal to C1 e to the negative x plus C2 cosine 2x plus C3 sin 2x times e to the negative 3x. So, general solution. Okay? So, problem number 24. Okay, problem 25. Okay, paano pag problem number 25? So, t to the fourth plus 2d cubed plus 10d squared y is 0. So, fourth order tayo, I mean. So, meron tayong f of t equal to d to the fourth plus 2d cubed plus 10d squared, right? Okay, so yung auxiliary equation natin, f of m is 0. So, palitan yung mga d ng m, bale m to the fourth plus 2m cubed plus 10m squared is 0. So, factor muna natin. Ito, this time, pwede itong i-factor by common monomial factoring. Kasi may common monomial factor tayo sa mga m na yung smallest exponent, 2m squared. Right? Common monomial factor is m squared. So, divide nyo, m to the fourth divided by m squared plus 2m cubed divided by m squared, 2m plus 10m squared divided by m squared, 10 equals 0. So, itong m squared, pwede nyo yung i-factor as m times m. Okay, so naulit yung m na factor. O, ibig sabihin, may case 2 tayo. Tapos ito, sige, m squared plus 2m plus 10, hindi ito factorable, kaya copy lang muna natin as is. Then, tsaka natin equate each factor to 0. So, yung m1 natin, 0. M2 natin, 0. Tapos itong quadratic, m squared plus 2m plus 10, 0. So, may m1, m2 na tayo na 0 yung roots. So, repeated, right? Ito, hanapin natin yung roots using, hindi nga siya factorable. So, gamitan na lang natin ng quadratic formula. So, magiging, ang a natin is 1, b natin is 2, c natin is 10. So, m is negative b plus minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So, negative ng b, which is 2, plus minus square root ng b squared, 2 squared, minus 4a, 1, times c, 10 divided by 2a, which is 1. So, equals negative 2 plus minus, 2 square is 4, minus 4 times 1 times 10, 40, over 2 times 1, 2. So, negative 2 plus minus, square root ng 4 minus 40, negative 36, divided by 2. So, negative 2 plus minus, square root ng negative 36, kasi square root ng 36 is 6. Tapos may negative sign siya, kaya magkakaroon ka ng I over 2. Tapos divide mo, negative 2 divided by 2, negative 1, plus minus 6i divided by 2, 3i. So, ito yung M natin. Bale, yung M3, kasi may M1, M2 na tayo, diba? M3 na tayo, pwede nyo gawing negative 1 plus 3i, and M4 is negative 1 minus 3i. Or yung pinaka M34 natin is ito, negative 1 plus minus 3i. So, ano si A? A is yung real part, diba? Negative 1. B is yung coefficient ng I, 3. So, paano yung general solution? So, y is equal to C1. Ito kasi case 2. Case 2. Ito yung case 3, right? Paano nga isulat kapag case 3? Case 2 ang general solution. So, nare-repeat ng dalawang beses si M1, si M na 0. Bale, C1 e to the M1 nyo muna times X plus C2. Dahil na-repeat siya, lalagyan nyo ng X. Diba? E to the M2X. So, naturo ko to sa part 2. Panoorin nyo na lang link sa description. Tapos, dito na tayo sa case 3. Paano isulat? So, C1, C3 na tayo. C1, C2 na gamit na sa C3 naman. E to the AX cosine BX, di ba? Plus C4, E to the AX sine BX. So, substitute. Y is C1, E to the M1, 0. Para sila M1, M2, 0. So, 0x plus C2x E to the M2x, so 0x ulit, plus C3 e to the A, negative 1x, cosine B, 3x, plus C4 e to the A, negative 1x, sine B, which is 3x. So, simplifying, kasi kapag e raised to 0 or e raised to 0x or e raised to 0 na lang, 1 lang yan, di ba? So, bale C1 na lang to. Okay, plus, ito C2x na lang. And then, alisin ko na lang tong negative, itong 1 na coefficient. Gawin ko na lang C3 e to the negative x times cosine 3x plus C4 e to the x, negative x sine 3x. Okay, so this is the general solution. Gets? Okay. Next, anong problem na to? 25. 25, hanap tayo nung ito, 25, 26. 26 d to the 4th plus 18d squared plus 81. Okay, so ang f of d natin is yung function of the differential operator d na nakatabi kay y, d to the 4th plus 18d squared plus 81. Auxiliary equation, f of m is 0. So, palitan natin yung mga m, ay yung mga d ng m to the 4th plus 18m squared plus 81 is 0. So, madali ba itong i-factor? Check nyo kung perfect square ito. Yes, perfect square ito. Sige. Factors ng m to the 4th, m squared times m squared. Right? Isip kayo ng factors ng 81 kapag inadd is 18, coefficient ng m squared. 9 and 9, right? Kasi 9, positive 9, and positive 9. 9 times 9, 81. Positive 9 plus positive 9, 18. Equal 0. So, na-factor natin, di ba? Tapos, equating each factor to 0, m squared plus 9 is 0, m squared plus 9 is 0. So, pareho sila. Ibig sabihin, pag sinolve natin yung roots niyan, same. So, transpose na lang natin si 9 sa kanan. Bale, m squared is negative 9. Get the square root of both sides. So, magiging plus minus to. Square root ng m squared is m. Then, plus minus, negative na, square root ng negative 9. So, that's 3i. Diba? So, ganun na rin dito. Kasi pareho sila eh. M is plus minus 3i. Ibig sabihin, meron tayong case 3 na na-repeat. So, combination ng case 3 and case 2. Pag case 2, di ba, repeated roots? So, naulit. So, paano natin isusulat kapag ganyan? Identify nyo lang muna yung A and B. So, si A, wala tayong A kasi plus minus 3i lang. So, lagyan nyo ng placeholder na 0. Ito na, encounter natin to kanina, di ba? Kapag plus minus 3i, anong number ba yon? Di ba kanina na ano natin yan? 0 plus 3i ginawa natin. So, ano yung A? 0. Ano yung B? 3. Yan. So, dahil repeated roots, ganito yung pagsulat ng general solution. Lalagyan lang din natin ng x. So, for the first root muna, so C1 e to the ax cosine bx plus C2 e to the ax sine bx. Okay? Para lang to doon sa unang root na plus minus 3i. Okay? Pero kapag naulit na siya, lalagyan nyo, so dapat apat din yung arbitrary constants kasi fourth order tayo, diba? So C3 na to, lalagyan nyo lang ng x, tapos same na, e to the ax cosine bx plus C4, lalagyan nyo rin ng x, e to the ax sine bx. Basta magdadagdag lang kayo ng magdadagdag ng power of x in case na ma-repeat yung complex conjugate roots natin. Okay? So kapag ginawa natin tong tatlong repeated roots na 3i, magkakaroon lang kayo, halimbawa lang dadagdagan nyo lang to ng plus C5x squared na, right? E to the ax cosine bx plus C6 x squared uli, e to the ax sine bx. In case na naging tatlo. Pero sample ko lang yon, apat lang tayo, right? Hanggang C4 lang, okay? So, saka nyo ngayon i-substitute. So, y is C1 e to the a, which is 0, cosine b, which is 3x, plus C2 e to the a, 0x ulit, sine b, 3x, plus C3x e to the a, 0x, cosine b, which is 3x, plus C4 e to the 0x ulit. May x na pala to, x. Tapos, sine bx, b is 3. So, simplify. Alisin na lang natin tong mga e to the 0x kasi mga 1 lang yan, right? Mga 1. So, bale, y is C1 cosine 3x na lang plus C2 sine 3x plus C3x cosine 3x plus C4x sine 3x. So, pwede ring ma-repeat yung imaginary roots, So, magdadagdag lang kayo ng mga x, power of x. So, problem 26. Okay, problem. Hanap tayo dito ng Ito. Problem 27. D to the 6 plus 9d to the 4th plus 24d squared plus 16y is 0. So hanggang 6th order tayo. Okay, so ang gagawin natin, hanapin si f of d muna. Siya yung function of the differential operator d na nakatabi kay y. Yung d to the 6th plus 9d to the 4th plus 24d squared plus 16. Okay. And then, auxiliary equation, bale, f of m is 0, right? So, papalitan natin yung mga capital D ng small m. So, m to the 6 plus 9m to the 4th plus 24m squared plus 16 is 0. Yan. So, m to the 6 tayo. Ibig sabihin, aanim na roots yan. Madali ba tong i-factor? Actually, sa unang tingin, parang mahirap kasi wala ka namang dito, 'di ba? Power of m sa dulo, but a constant. Kung hindi nyo nakakita agad na pwedeng i-factor ito, pwede kayong mag-rational roots theorem, pero kung i-manipulate lang natin, okay, manipulation gagawin natin. Bale, isusulat ko to as m to the 6th plus, sa yung 9m to the 4th, gagawin ko siyang m to the 4th plus 8m to the 4th. Magfa-factoring by grouping ako. Kasi yung m to the 4th plus 8m to the 4th, 9m to the 4th lang yan. So, in-split ko lang. Okay, tapos, plus, etong 24m squared, gagawin ko naman siyang 8m squared plus 16m squared. Diba? Kasi 8m squared plus 16m squared, 24m squared din yun. Tapos plus 16. So, pa-factor, i-group ko tong first two, i-group ko tong next two, and i-group ko tong last two. So, ipa-factor out ko yung common. So, dito sa first two, ang common is m to the 4th, right? Okay? So, bali magiging m to the 6 divided by m to the 4th, m squared na lang, plus m to the 4th divided by m to the 4th, 1. Tapos dito naman, anong common? 8m squared. Okay, so 8m to the 4th divided by 8m squared na lang, plus 8m squared divided by 8m squared, 1. Tapos dito, anong common? 16. Factor out. So, factor out 16. 16m squared divided by 16, m squared, plus 16 divided by 16, 1. So, nagkaroon ng common binomial factor m squared plus 1. So, pwede nyo yung i-factor out. Okay, tapos dito, sa first natin expression, bali matitirang factor is m to the 4th. Sa second, matitirang factor is 8m squared. Sa third, matitirang factor is 16. Tapos ito, pwede na natin tong i-factor. Okay, factor out natin to kasi this is perfect, perfect square, trinomial. Okay? So, pwedeng i-factor yan as, pwede yung m squared is factors ng 16 kapag inad is 8. Positive 4 and positive 4. Kasi 4 times 4, 16. 4 plus 4, 8. Ayan, so na-factor natin, di ba? So, meron tayong tatlong factors, equate natin to 0. So, m squared plus 1 is 0. M squared plus 4 is 0. M squared plus 4 is 0. So, transpose nyo na lang itong si 1 sa kanan. So, m squared is negative 1. Get the square root of both sides. So, plus minus yan. m is plus minus square root of negative 1i. Tas dito, m squared transpose si 4 sa kanan, negative 4. Get the square root of both sides, so plus minus yan. M is plus minus square root ng negative 4i. Plus minus 2i. So same lang to, diba? M squared plus 4. So, ang root din yan is plus minus 2i. So, na-repeat itong complex conjugate roots. Okay, so paano isulat yung ano niyan, sagot? So dito muna sa unang set ng complex conjugate na plus minus i. So ang A1 natin diyan is lagyan natin ng differentiate natin yung A by having a lower scale kasi dalawa tayong set ng complex conjugate roots. So 0, lagyan yun ng 0, right? Tapos yung B1 is coefficient ng I 1. Tapos dito naman A2. So, 0 din, right? Tapos, yung B2, coefficient ng I, 2. So, paano ngayon isulat yung general solution? So, dito muna sa first set of complex conjugate roots, C1 e to the A1x cosine B1x plus C2 e to the A1x sine B1x. Okay, plus. So, dito naman, so, C3 na tayo, e to the A2x cosine B2x plus C4 e to the A2x sine B2x. Para pa lang to sa isang plus minus 2i na root. Kaso na-repeat siya, yung parang ginawa natin sa previous problem, lalagyan natin ng x, di ba? So, C4, C5 na tayo, lalagyan nyo ng x. So, e to the A2x pa rin, cosine B2x. Plus C6, so hanggang 6 tayo, di ba? X ulit, e to the A2x sine B2x. So, plug in nyo na lang lahat yan. Y is C1 e to the A1, so 0, x. Tapos cosine B1, 1x, plus C2 e to the A, 0x, sine B1, x, 1 ulit, times x, and then plus C3, e to the A2, 0 ulit, x, cosine B2, which is 2x naman, plus C4 e to the A2, 0x, sine B2, 2x, plus C5 e to the A2, 0 ulit, cosine B2, may x pala to, sorry, may x na kasi repeated na siya. Cosine B2, 2x, plus C6x, e to the A2, 0x, sine B2, 2x. So, alisin na lang natin tong mga e to the 0. Pinakita ko lang sa pag-substitute kasi mga 1 lang lahat yan, di ba? So, y is C1 cosine 1x, so gagawin na lang natin x, plus C2 sine 1x, x na lang, plus C3 cosine 2x. Okay? Tapos, plus C4 sine 2x na lang. Tapos, plus C5, so may x siya, cosine 2x. Plus C6, okay, may x sine 2x. Yan. So, ito yung general solution. So, total of 6 arbitrary constants, C1, C2, C3, C4, C6, C5, C6 kasi, 6th order yung differential equations natin. Gets? Okay. So, nakapag-solve din tayo ng total of ilan to? 27. Okay, 27, no? Sige, tuloy pa natin to next time. Mag-part, part 4. Kasi part 3 na ito, no? Try nating mag-solve yung mga may particular solutions naman, kasi puro mga general solutions pa lang yung na di-discuss natin, di ba? Yung may mga arbitrary constancy. Okay, so sa next part, baka paghahalu-haluin na natin, case 1, case 2, case 3, tapos may particular solution or yung may mga may mga condition. Sige, abangan niyo lang 'yon. Follow niyo lang ako dito sa account para mano-notify pag meron tayong next video tutorial. Tsaka subscribe na rin kayo sa ating channel, Engineered Math Channel, YT. So, link ko na lang sa description. Link natin lahat ng mga video tutorials natin sa DE, pati yung pinaka-playlist sa differential equations para mapanood nyo lahat ng mga video tutorials ko simula umpisa, unang lesson hanggang sa last lesson sa DE. Para meron kayong reference video tutorials playlist from me para sa whole subject, whole course na DE. So good luck sa mga nagtitake ng differential equation subject. Okay, kayang-kaya nyo yan, basta mag-aral lang kayong mabuti, solve lang ng maraming problems, okay, mapapasa nyo rin naman yan. Aral lang talaga. So, see you on my next video tutorial. Okay, God bless everyone. Bye-bye.